नमस्ते। बजार गुरुको वित्तीय साक्षरता कार्यक्रममा यहाँहरूलाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछु। आजको यस कार्यक्रममा म विवेक रिसाल यहाँहरूलाई टेक्निकल एनालिसिसको रिलेटिभ स्ट्रेन्थ इन्डेक्स र बोलिन्जर ब्यान्डको बारेमा भन्नेछु। रिलेटिभ स्ट्रेन्थ इन्डेक्स डेभलप बाई जे विल्स विल्डर। रिलेटिभ स्ट्रेन्थ इन्डेक्स यस्तो खालको मोमेन्टम अस्किलेटर हो जसले स्पीड र चेन्ज अफ प्राइस मुभमेन्ट्सलाई मेजर गर्छ। It is a technical momentum oscillator that compares the magnitude of recent gains to recent losses in an attempt to determine overbought and oversold conditions of an asset. RSI को calculation 14 periods मा based हुनेछ। यसको calculation यस प्रकारको छ। RSI equals to 100 minus 100 divided by 1 plus RS. RS को calculation average gain divided by average loss. Average gain को calculation previous average gain into 13 plus a current gain whole divided by 14. Average loss को calculation previous average loss into 13 plus current loss whole divided by 14. Taking the prior value plus the current value is a smoothing technique. This also means that RSI values become more accurate as the calculation period extends. अब हामीले चार्टतिर हेर्छौं। When we select the RSI indicator, a separate box will appear below the chart of the corresponding asset. We have the scale from 0 to 100. On top of that, we have two different levels. By default, the levels are placed on 30 and 70. When the RSI line increases and touches the 70 level, the asset is thought to be in an overbought zone. That is, buyers are more than sellers. In this, the asset is overvalued and a short signal emerges. Traders should initiate a sell position. When the RSI line decreases and touches the 30 level, the asset is thought to be in an oversold zone. That is, sellers are more than buyers. In this, the asset is undervalued and a long signal emerges. Traders should initiate a buy position. अब हामीले levels को बारेमा कुरा गर्नेछ। The levels can be changed depending upon the volatility in the prices. Cases in point are the gold prices in 2011 or the recent oil plunge in 2014. Now, as we know that the gold prices had reached an all-time high during 2011, if a trader was using RSI then, it would be advisable to change the levels to 80 and 20. So, the trader will only initiate sell positions when the RSI level reaches 80 and buy positions when the RSI level reaches 20. In the recent past, oil prices had plunged to new lows. Now, if the trader had changed the levels to 80 and 20 respectively, then the trader would have initiated buy position at 20 and a sell position at 80. However, looking at the agro markets, there is not much volatility, so it is advisable to keep the levels at 60 and 40. That is, when the RSI line reaches 60, it is a sell position should be taken, and when the RSI line touches 40, a buy position should be initiated. Now we will be talking a bit about the divergence of RSI. According to Wilder, divergence signal a potential reversal point because directional momentum does not confirm the price. A bullish divergence occurs when the underlying security makes a lower low and RSI forms a higher low. RSI does not confirm the lower low, and this shows the increasing momentum. A bearish divergence occurs when the security reaches a higher high and RSI forms a lower high. RSI does not confirm the new high, and this shows weakening momentum. Now we will move ahead to another technical indicator called Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. Developed by John Bollinger, Bollinger Bands are volatility bands placed above and below a moving average. Volatility is based on the standard deviation, which changes as volatility increases and decreases. The bands automatically widen when volatility increases and narrows when the volatility decreases. Bollinger Bands को calculation इस प्रकार को हुन्छ. Bollinger Bands में 3 bands हुन्छ, middle band, upper band and the lower band. Middle band को calculation इस प्रकार को हुन्छ. 20 middle band equals to 20-day simple moving average. Upper band को calculation 20-day simple moving average plus 20-day standard deviation of prices into 2. Lower band को calculation 20-day simple moving average minus 20-day standard deviation of price into 2. Because standard deviation is a measure of volatility, Bollinger Bands adjust themselves to the market conditions. When the market becomes more volatile, the bands widen, that is, they move further away from the average, and during less volatile periods, the bands contract, that means they move closer to the average. The tightening of the bands is often used by technical traders as an early indication that the volatility is about to increase sharply. Bollinger Bands is one of the most popular technical analysis techniques. हाम्रो नेपालमा पनि Bollinger Bands धेरै useful हुन्छ. The closer the prices move to the upper band, the more overbought the market, and when the prices move closer to the lower band, the more oversold the markets. So the trading should be to initiate sell position when the prices reach the upper band and buy positions when the prices reach the lower band. Now हामीले different type of signals को बारेमा हेर्दैछु. First signal is the W bottom. A W bottom forms in a downtrend and involves two reaction lows. In particular, Bollinger Bands looks for W bottoms when the second low is lower than the first but holds above the lower band. There are 4 processes to confirm a W bottom with Bollinger Bands. First, a reaction low forms. This low is usually but not always below the lower band. Secondly, there is a bounce towards the middle band. Thirdly, there is a new price low on the security. This low holds above the lower band. And lastly, the pattern is confirmed with a strong move of the second low and a resistance break. In this, the trader should initiate a buy position. Now we will look at the second signal, which is the M tops. According to Bollinger, tops are usually more complicated and drawn out than bottoms. Double tops, head and shoulders, and diamond patterns represent evolving tops. In its most basic form, a M top is similar to a double top. However, the reaction highs are not always equal. The first high can be higher or lower than the second high. Firstly, a security forges a reaction high above the upper band. Secondly, there is a pullback towards the middle band. Thirdly, prices move above the prior high but fail to reach the upper band. This is a warning sign. The inability of the second reaction high to reach the upper band shows warning momentum, which can foreshadow a trend reversal. Final confirmation comes with a support break or a bearish indicator signal. अब हामीले third signal walking the bands को बारेमा भन्छु. Moves above or below the bands are not signals. As Bollinger puts it, moves that touch or exceed the bands are not signals, but rather they are known as tags. On the face of it, a move to the upper band shows strength, while a sharp move to the lower band shows weakness. Momentum oscillators work much the same way. Overbought is not necessarily bullish. It takes strength to reach overbought levels, and overbought conditions can extend in a strong uptrend. Similarly, prices can walk the band with numerous touches during a strong uptrend. Think about it for a moment. The upper band is 2 standard deviations above the 20-period simple moving average. It takes a pretty strong price move to exceed this upper band. An upper band touch that occurs after a Bollinger Band confirmed W bottom would signal the start of an uptrend. Just as a strong uptrend produces numerous upper band tags, it is also common for prices to never reach the lower band during an uptrend. The 20-day simple moving average sometimes acts as a support. In fact, dips below the 20-day simple moving average sometimes provide buying opportunities before the next tag of the upper band. अन्तमा बजार गुरुको टिमलाई यो अवसरको लागि धन्यवाद. Thank you.